Hey guys, it's Jen and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing with both luxury and drugstore items. This is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while. Since I recently got this Revolution palette and found that there were some similarities to it to the Sunrise palette, I've been wanting to do half drugstore, half luxury, contrast and compare and see, what we think about it. Might be getting more bang for our buck, saving a couple of dollars here and there when we go the drugstore route as opposed to the luxury. I don't know, but I've done some swatches before I sat down and started filming so you guys can see the similar shades that I found in these eyeshadow palettes. It's something. I don't know. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. Just wait. It's going to be good. So, let me just go ahead and show you the swatches that I did. When you look at these, they're not exactly the same, but they're so very similar. Can you tell which side is the drugstore side? This is the Makeup Revolution side, and this is from the Sunrise palette from Natasha Denona, and these are the shades that I found in there that are so very similar. So we are going to go ahead and do a look using these palettes. It's actually pretty crazy how close they are. Now I know there's a lot of shades out there that are very dupable, and this isn't the first time this video has ever been done, but it's the first time I've done it, so I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how this is going to shake out, because I'm seeing a lot of similarities, and it's kind of trippy. I mean, you got to admit, 16 bucks, 60 plus bucks, 16, 60. It's a thing. So this is going to be our drugstore side, and this is going to be our luxury side, and we're just going to go ahead and compare the two at the end of the video and see what we think about it, see how we feel about it. We just might be better off saving some money. I don't know, but we're going to try it out today. So, first, I'm going to put my hair up. So, the foundation I'm going to be using on the drugstore side today is going to be the Fit Me foundation, and this is the Dewy formula, which I really enjoy. And for the luxury side, we're going to use my Forever Skin Glow Dior foundation, which I also absolutely love. So, let's get started. I need a base on my face. So, first, we're going to do Fit Me on this side. And we're going to get this rocking and rolling. And this foundation is $7. Is luxury always better? I can tell you right now the answer to that is no. Luxury isn't always better. There are several things that I have purchased that are very pricey that really don't do anything for my skin. That is the Fit Me foundation on the right side of my face. Next we're going to go in with our Dior. This one has a pump, so it's a little bit easier for me to get it out of there. I don't know if these are going to be exactly the same shade, but pretty close. Dior might be just a little bit darker, just a hint, but we're going to make it work. Make it happen. It's because they're both a dewy formula, I thought. Perfect to pit these two up against one another. They're both medium coverage foundations with a nice luminizing finish. I just feel like I needed to add a little bit more to cover some of the hyperpigmentation on this side than I did on the Dior side. Not to say that it's a bad foundation, because I don't feel that it is. I just think you need a little bit more to give that extra coverage, where this side, the Dior side, went on a lot quicker with a lot less application needed. I didn't have to add a lot more to make it happen. But looking at them and looking in the monitor, you really don't see a big difference. It looks very luminous and pretty on the right, and it looks very luminous and pretty on the left. And still, even with the Dior, you can still see my hyperpigmentation. They're pretty much neck and neck. I like both. I don't know. Both are good so far. I have no complaints. Okay, so next we're going to move on to concealer. And I've got my e.l.f. concealer, and I will be putting that against my Hourglass concealer. I feel like the brightness kind of matches up, so we're going to put e.l.f. here on the right. E.l.f. on the right, do-do-do-do-do. Gonna be a makeup fight. Who's gonna win? Who knows? Just do a little half here, a little half there. I actually really like this e.l.f. concealer. It's very brightening and it gives pretty decent coverage. This is a $5 concealer. At least to the best of my knowledge it is. I think I'm pretty close. I think it's about $5. Let's go to this one, which was not $5. What was it? 30 something dollars? 30, I don't know. It was pricey. I can't even remember because I don't even want to allow myself to remember. I'm not a big fan of this concealer because I find it very creasy. And yeah, I mean, that's really all it is. And for the price, I'm usually I'm usually a bit harder on luxury brands than I am on drugstore brands because you're paying that extra money. So, I mean, it's not a terrible concealer, but for Hourglass and how much I really enjoy Hourglass, I'm not impressed with this concealer. I just don't think that it does my skin any favors. It's giving coverage, but I can still see, honestly, I can still see some darkness in my under eye and it creases. So, I don't know. It's not my favorite concealer. It certainly costs a lot more than the e.l.f. And I don't see a big difference. I just don't. It's just okay. In fact, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little bit more creasiness to my life because, you know, why not? We're here. All right, let's move on to contour. And today I'm gonna be contouring with my little e.l.f. palette. Let's bust that out. Get my little spatula. Because I don't have a powder bronzer from the drugstore. I just don't. I don't know why. I just don't. And that's okay because, you know, I'll make it happen. I'm just going to pat that on my skin. And I will blend it out with a brush. I actually like this contour palette. I like the cool tones in it. And I think it's very functional. e.l.f. has got a lot of really good products. So I got to give them credit. They're affordable. And they're functional. I don't really mind that. That's a good thing. And for the luxury side, we're going to be using Fenty. This bronzer from Fenty is actually one of my favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and bronze with this one, Shady Biz, on the luxury side of our face. All right. Let's get it going. I really like this. This is actually a really nice contour shade too. So in the way of contours and stuff, yeah, it's pretty much neck and neck. Still like both sides. What do y'all think? Except for the concealer. I gotta stop saying that. It's made it prudently clear that I don't like the concealer. Okay, next up is blush. I'm gonna be using the ColourPop on the drugstore side, and NARS is going to be on the luxury side. So let's go in with our ColourPop blush. And let's see here. I'll just try and blend that out with my fingers a little bit. I'm going to do half of my nose. I'm trying to like to put a little blush on my nose so it looks like I try and put blush where I feel like I would naturally get sun, basically. And I try not to take it too low because I feel like it drags my face down, and I'm not trying to do that at my age. I'm trying to keep my face on an upswing, so that's why I'm going to do these patting motions in an upward motion. Patting upward motion, and on the side of my nose, like that. And that's pretty. And it blends easily. I like a lot of things from ColourPop. So I don't mind that at all. All right, so let's get our NARS. Trying to find things that are, you know, in similar shades so I don't look completely cockeyed. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like these pretty much match. Grab this. I feel like this one is pretty close to what I have here for the ColourPop, so that works for me. And I really like this blush too. It's very pretty. It's very luminous. Yeah. No issues there. It's a decent blush. I like it. That's great. All right, moving on to eyeshadow. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do first? Let me go ahead and add a little bit of, we're gonna do a little highlight. So I'm gonna get my Charlotte Tilbury for the luxury side. And I'm going to put a little bit of highlight right here. We're just going to tap that in with our finger. I also like to put it right there on my brow bone just to add that little extra bit of luminosity. This is one of my favorite highlighters because it gives such a natural, pretty glow to my skin. That's something that I really enjoy. So yeah, you can see it's just very natural, very naturally luminous. I love that. It's so pretty. Pricey, but pretty. So there goes that side. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my tapered brush, and we're going to use the Master Chrome highlighter on the Drugstore side. As soon as I can get it open. Help me. All right, so Master Chrome, let's go. Let's highlight this Drugstore side of my face. A little brow bone. And this has a major pop to it. You can see right away that this is much more of an intense highlight as opposed to the Charlotte Tilbury, which is just a little bit softer. You know, it's a beautiful highlighter, don't get me wrong. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's just, it's got a lot more pop, where I find the Charlotte Tilbury to be just a bit more subtle. But I do like both, so it doesn't bother me. It's all right. I'm digging it. I'm good with it. Okay, now let's move on to eyeshadow, which is, quite frankly, my favorite part of my makeup moment. I say I love that the best. Let me go ahead and try and set my under eyes first, would be a good idea. So we're going to use Coty Airspun. Let me just show you guys, just so you know. So Coty Airspun is going on our Drugstore side, which I picked up right here. And I'm just going to brighten that up a little bit in the under eye. And then we'll use Hourglass on the luxury side. So now we got Hourglass. All right. Wow. Okay, so clearly too much powder on this side, but that's okay because I'm just going to brush it away quickly anyhow, so we're good. I think both do a great job, you know. I do enjoy the Hourglass setting powder. I think it's nice, but I also like Coty Airspun. I've used Coty Airspun for years. I can't say it's ever really let me down, to be quite honest. It's always done a great job. And it's so inexpensive. It's so affordable. I don't know. Just, I like it. So Coty Airspun on this side, Hourglass on this side. And both do just fine. So, I don't know. Just saying. So we're going to go into the Revolution palette, and we're going to go ahead and start on the Drugstore side. Let's go ahead and start with Flame right here. It's very pigmented and beautiful, and I love it. So I feel like Flame is very similar to Jasper in this palette, and I've got a different brush here, so we're going to pick up Jasper, and we're going to put that on the luxury side. We're going to deepen up a little bit with Inferno for the Makeup Revolution side. I'm just going to use my color switch here so I can clean the brush, just to make sure I'm using Drugstore, Luxury, Drugstore, Luxury. Bobblehead. I can tell you I definitely feel a difference in the formula. Just that the Natasha Denona eyeshadows are a lot creamier and smoother, but it doesn't make it not functional. Clearly it's a beautiful shade. It shows up, it's pigmented. It's a very different, which isn't surprising. The formula is different, but I just thought, you know, share that with you. So now I'm going to go ahead and go into, what did I pick there? Glory. We're going to go into Glory on the Natasha Denona side, and we're going to put that on our luxury eyeball, which is right here. They're more like sisters than twins, but you can see the Natasha Denona side has more of a purple undertone, where the Makeup Revolution side has more of, it's just a lighter wash of purple. So let's build up Inferno a little bit more so these guys can be close to the same kind of depth. Moving on to our next shade. It's very exciting. I don't know, it's exciting to me. Let's see, so we have two of the same shimmers. It's so pretty. I probably won't even use that yellow. Maybe I will. I don't know. But right now, let's try our shimmers. Let's go into Extinguish and put that on the Drugstore side of things. Okay, let me get a little flat brush. And I'm going to go ahead and pat that because I need a little shimmer in my life. So Extinguish is going to go right here. And that's pretty pigmented. I mean, that's really decent for a drugstore palette. Shows up right away. It's dry brush and it's doing a pretty darn good job. And now I'm going to grab this Azalea shade in the Sunrise palette and I'm going to pop that on the luxury side of things. Next we're going to go into Eruption, and that's going to be for the inner portion of the program. Eruption is not showing up as bright as I would like it to, so I'm wetting my brush and going to just reapply it to this part of my eyeball right here. That is so pretty. So let's grab this pencil brush here, a brand newbie. Next I'm going to go into Awakening in the Sunrise palette. Pick that up on my brush and I'm going to pop that right here. So basically I'm getting the opacity right away without having to really wet the brush. So you know, it's one of the pros to having a luxury brand item as opposed to a drugstore is that sometimes you have to work a little harder to get the pigment to show up, but it doesn't mean it's a bad eyeshadow palette. It's still worth the money in my humble opinion. Worth saving the money, actually, if you can. So pretty. Okay, I love it. I want to use the yellow. I want to incorporate that in this look because it's another similar shade that I found in here. So I'm going to take the yellow in here. We're going to go in with Ignite, and I'm just going to put that in the inner lower lash line. Yes, I just gotta. I just want to see if it shows up. I haven't even tried it yet. Just to mix things up a little bit. And then I'm going to go back into Flame, and I'm going to connect. And I'm also going to add a little bit of Inferno. Go that route. We're going to grab some Citrine, and I'm going to pop that right here. So we have a bit of that yellow happening. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of Jasper. And that into the lower lash line. And lastly, a little bit of Glory to connect the rest of it. Eyeshadow is on, and I'm feeling all right about it. Next, we're going to go ahead and put on some mascara. So for our drugstore side, I'm going to go ahead and use this Scandalized by Rimmel, and I actually really like this. It was $7, I think, and it's a pretty decent mascara. I'm going to go into my Pure Cosmetics, and this is the Big Look, and this is one of my favorite mascaras. Now we've got our ColourPop liner we're going to go ahead and use on the side of my eyeball. And I'm just going to do the lower lash line just to deepen it up a little bit. Just a really pretty brown shade. Not going liner crazy, but I just wanted to add a little bit. So now we're going to go in with the Urban Decay in the shade Roach, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on the waterline here. I just feel like the Urban Decay has a lot more staying power in my opinion, but still very pretty, very nice products. Okay, so hair is down, face is basically done except for lip product. Now, I've got e.l.f. and ColourPop for our drugstore side, and I've got Anastasia for our luxury side. I'm trying to think of what one would go. It might be the ColourPop that I'm going to use here because I feel like it's the closest to this shade. I could be wrong. Let's do a swatch of Anastasia here. It's kind of mauve-y. I think this is mauve-y too in ColourPop. Pretty similar. So We're gonna go with this today. Color Pop. On the right side. Smells like chocolate. What does it smell? It does. It smells like chocolate. Oh no. I'm allergic to chocolate. That's all right. I'm not gonna eat this. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and do Anastasia on the left side. I'll be doggone. So who wore it best? Drugstore or luxury? I don't know. I like both. Both win. I mean, if I gotta be honest, yeah, I think both look lovely. So both win. Both. I'm like Switzerland. I'm neutral. I like both. I don't know. I don't want to fight here. Let's keep it real, people. Let's stay calm. It's all right. We're good. Both. I picked both. So guys, that is it for today's video. I want to thank you so much for sticking around and watching. I truly appreciate you, and I hope you all are having a beautiful day. Thanks. Bye. Now, is that good? Do I even like that? And how I feel about that. So this is going to be our drugstore side, and this is our the natural to Okay, next up is blush, and I'm going to be using the Colored Prop. This is a prop. No, it's not. It's real. It's got product and everything. Promise. Drugstore potion of the program. Again, this shadow shows up immediately. It's very soft. It's very pigmented. It's very easy to work with. I'm blending my hair into it. Really? I just got blurry and I noticed and I was like, what's happening over there?